So, as many of you guys will know, the modding community is massive within Ark Survival Evolved. Now, if you're on the console, whether that be the PS4 or the Xbox One, you've probably seen so many amazing mods created on the workshop for Steam on Ark Survival Evolved PC, and seen loads of other YouTubers doing series on modded Ark and stuff, and you've probably been like, I really want to play this, but unfortunately, I couldn't because, none of them been added into the console and stuff, and that has been a very frustrating thing for a lot of people as we really haven't seen anything. Now, don't get me wrong, we've had the center, and that was an absolutely huge mod map that was added in just after the the game was released. Well, it was a little bit after the game was released on the console, and it was a huge step up from the smaller island map. Then we had Ragnarok's mod map. Well, we had Primitive Plus before, and that was a total conversion. So we had 3 different things, which was very, very interesting. But when you compared that to what the PC have, it can be very upsetting considering if you can't get yourself a good enough PC to run Ark, because being honest, Ark, you do have to have a good PC to be able to run Ark because it's a very, very big game. And today I'm going to be talking to you guys about some very, very interesting news on, the potential time we could probably be seeing a lot more mods come to the console, and the process of how it works for modders, because I've been following a lot of tweets all the time, as you guys know, by Dragonpunk, and I love how they work with the community, how they respond to their fans and stuff, and I feel like, from what I see on Twitter and stuff, they're really the ones that give us as a community a lot of feedback, what we need, and they've shared some fantastic information on Twitter that I really wanted to share with you guys today, just so you can have a little idea of when we could be seeing all the awesome things we've wanted to see on the console for a very long time. Now, if you guys do enjoy today's video, as always, make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. It really does mean just so much to me, the support on the channel, guys, so thank you so much for that. We did actually hit over 110,000 subscribers, which was such a quick growth from 100k, so that means so much to me, so thank you guys for that. But we're just going to be getting straight in with the video today, talking about everything you guys need to know about mods for the console and when you could be expecting them. Now, this doesn't count about any mods that could potentially under like sort of all our, some hidden news. That's what I was trying to explain to you guys. I couldn't find my words there. There could be, Wildcard could be working on a mod that could be released next week. We really don't know, but I doubt it. So I'm going to be talking about what we know about actually officially so far. So if many of you guys know, there's a sponsored mod program, and any of those mods that are on the sponsored mod program have a chance that to actually come to console. And I've talked about this so many times that my brain actually hurts, because we thought that a load of those mods would already be on console right now. If we were to look back a year, I would say we expected a lot more than what we've got so far, because there really hasn't been that much of a change apart from the addition of Ragnarok. Now, Dragonpunk have been replying all the time to the messages from people saying, do you have an ETA of when this will come to console? Is this coming to console and stuff? And this must get very frustrating when you see, messages and stuff like that all the time. And I suppose that's why Wildcard and, Ark don't actually reply to these messages, because they don't want to, leak any information or say anything, because they just really can't be bothered because they get it all the time. But I still think it's great how Dragonpunk really speak to the community. But, from this video, don't go and ask them again when's Dragonpunk coming to console, because you're going to find out any news on that in today's video, because the amount of times they get that message is ridiculous. So this guy actually asked them, do you by any chance have an ETA on when it could come out on console? And this is to Dragonpunk, and this will sum up every other mod within the community for people that create them, because the people that create these mods on Ark aren't joint with Wildcard. They don't work with Wildcard, so they don't have the funding. They don't have, all the stuff that Wildcard, obviously they have the dev kit and all, other things like that provided by Wildcard, but they're on their own in this whole massive world of modding and stuff. There's no support there. Well, there is great support from Wildcard 2 modders, but there's no support from, where Wildcard actually create the mod for them, basically. So Dragonpunk said, back from that, saying, for Dragonpunk to come to console, I'll put it on the screen for you guys right now as well, we would have to finish all content by January 2019, and that's when they're thinking of having their whole, final total conversion done by, because they've got Season 2 coming out, which is going to be after the tournament, so that probably, it was meant to be July the 10th, but the tournament now needs to be, needs to finish and stuff, and then they'll release Season 2, and then in January 2019, Dragonpunk will be releasing Season 3, which will be the full, from what I know at the moment, the full total conversion for the game. Then, after that, they have to optimize and debug, which will be about March 2019, and after that, they need to go through a six-month certification progress. So if they did become official, the very earliest date would be October 2019. So what I said a little bit earlier when I couldn't really get my words out properly is, if Wildcard are under the radar creating and have been working with a mod to be released in the next few weeks or the next few months or something, that's great, we can expect that, but we don't know any news on that at the moment. So really the earliest time we could be seeing mods will be late 2019. Now I doubt, there's no way Wildcard are going to leave us this late to actually have something new added to the console in like another whole year. They can't stretch their game out any longer than that. And the reason why I don't feel like they'll have anything hidden to be released to the console and stuff up until a certain time like that is because Extinction's coming out. That's the final storyline DLC. That's coming out November the 6th. So really, Wildcard are just going to try and sort of ride out as long as possible until that November date, which I feel like is where they go wrong with the company and stuff. Well, not the company, I mean with the game. Because they just drag out the same amount of content they had. Whereas if they really worked hard to release more and more content building up to stuff, they would have a much bigger player count, because everyone would be excited about the next thing being released into the game. And that's another thing why Fortnite keep players on their battle royale and stuff, because I know it's just one map, but they're constantly releasing new content for it, and that's what Ark's really lacking at the moment. New, fresh content for people to play all the time. It's just the same PvP and PvE on the same maps all the time. So it's great information that Dragonpunk actually shared with us there, because I felt like I didn't really know. I understood how long mods take and stuff, but I didn't really understand the whole process behind it, how it worked and everything. And it was very, very interesting to get it from their side of what, it was expecting. So this 6-month certification process isn't cheap either, guys. It's a very expensive process, and that's why sometimes I feel like Wildcard stay back from doing a lot of stuff, because the certification process of adding things onto the console is very expensive, so they probably save a lot. And to be honest, I think Wildcard can afford it. I think, they've made a lot of money with this game. There was millions and millions. And so what I'd like to find out from you guys is, do you feel like you agree with the way Wildcard works with the game and stuff, or do you feel like they should invest more into bringing us more to the game, more content and stuff, or are you happy with just the way it is right now? My personal opinion on this is that Wildcard should definitely be, there's a game here with still so much potential. It's been out for 3 years' time, and in my opinion, it's currently still running on very minimal stuff. And to show how popular it still is now, with not much added into it, shows the potential of the game. In my opinion, if they just, invested a little bit more into it, added us new content, it doesn't have to be every week, it doesn't have to be every month, maybe every 2 to 3 months, new stuff, new interesting stuff to play, this game could skyrocket right to the top and be one of the most popular games of all time. This game could be competing with Fortnite and stuff, it really could. But the problem is, so many people start playing Ark, they love it, and they go through all the different maps, and then because they've played it for so long, they might play it for a year or something, they probably end up finishing doing everything they're doing, and there's just no new content, especially for people that have had it right since the start and have now played through absolutely everything, and there's just nothing new to play. They're obviously going to go off to try and play new games, because they're not just going to play a game because they want to support it. They're just going to, they only want to play games because it's fun. And a lot of people that I've spoken to and stuff that have been subscribers of my channel right since the start, they've said, Dom, I still watch your videos, I still support them and stuff, to find out what's going on. But I don't really play that much Ark at the moment because Fortnite's out and I played much more Fortnite. There's new games such as Fallout coming out and we just haven't had anything new to play. And to me, that's always upsetting because it's great to see, subscribers right from the start be like, still watching the videos and everything because they still really enjoy Ark. But a lot of, new subscribers subscribers from back in the day and stuff don't really watch my videos anymore because they're bored of Ark. They're used to the same old thing constantly happening with the game, and that's why I feel like there needs to be a massive change with the game after Extinction, and if not after Extinction, and they don't work on it then, at least make a huge change for Ark Survival Evolved 2. A great thing for them and a great marketing idea in a business sense of things. They could release Ark Survival Evolved 2 after Extinction, then rebrand it, get it out there and stuff. And with this, the idea of so many new mods and stuff and content coming to the console, such as Dragon Punk and everything like that, because that would be perfect for the game. I don't know what you guys think about this, but this is something I wanted to talk about, especially when I read about, the way the modding works and the way it could potentially come to the console. But let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section down below. Now, if you did enjoy, as always, drop a like on the video, subscribe if you are new. Thank you so much, guys, for supporting, and I'll see you guys later.